The live-action remake of How to Train Your Dragon has dropped in theaters, so I'm going to stop and rank all 4 How to Train Your Dragon movies ranked from the least good to the best. Let's go. So yes, I'm going to be ranking all 4 How to Train Your Dragon movies, and remember, my list is not the right list, it's just my list, and I'd love to hear your list in the comments. Share your ranking of all 4 How to Train Your Dragon movies. Without further ado, let's get started. In last place, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. Now, I don't actually think that there is a bad How to Train Your Dragon movie. I don't even think that there's an okay How to Train Your Dragon movie. I think that they're all good and above. But How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World is the weakest. Not by far, or not like easily the weakest. It's a really good film. And I think that my number 3 could be like switched around some days when I rewatch them. Like, I could feel like this one's better than that one. Like, they can be switched whenever I rewatch them. But I went with The Hidden World for today. And there's a lot to like about this movie. The dragon action that we get in this film is really good. Like, good stuff in like the final battle. Character decisions, all that stuff. There's just one that I wasn't a fan of that we'll talk about in a sec. But everything else I think went smoothly. The villain, I thought he was really cool. Like, he's this bounty hunter. He hunts down and kills dragons. I thought he was actually a really cool villain. And Toothless gets a girlfriend. That was interesting. But still, back to like the dragon action part. The action that we did get with the dragons was awesome. Like, the final battle, that was good stuff. But just everything else was so, like, it wasn't boring or anything, but like, I don't know, there's no dragon action really. I'm not talking about the final battle. The final battle, yeah, we get the dragon action. But everything else, you just don't get any. Which I wasn't really a fan of, because that's what you go to see in the How to Train Your Dragon movies. If you look at the second movie, that's what you want to see. You can't make fun of like the first or the live action, because those two are like kickstarting everything in live action. It's a remake, come on. But like the second one has all the dragon action you want. It's everything. But then you look at this film, and you're just like, there's really no dragon action in here, because Hiccup and Toothless, this dynamic duo that we love, are split up for a large portion of the film. And I don't know if I was really a fan of that. And that way we don't get any dragon action until the final battle of the film. And that's because Toothless is busy hanging out with his girlfriend. And Hiccup feels like betrayed and stuff. Like, I wasn't really a fan of that. And Hiccup makes this decision where he's just abandoning his entire village that they've had for generations to just go build somewhere new, or go to that dragon island place where all these dragons are. And like, why are you doing that? Just because this guy's hunting you down, like, you gotta fight him. And they just decide not to, and they're just like, nah, we're gonna go make a run for it and go to this dragon place. Like, you've been there for generations. Like, you're not a very good leader if you're just asking everyone, hey, leave your homes, leave your stuff, we're just gonna go to this island, live with the dragons, and we're just gonna survive there for the rest of our lives. No. And then they decide to like build somewhere new, or they're like camping there. Okay, that's fine, because you're trying to escape this evil guy. But still, he's not really that evil. Like, I mean, yeah, he kills dragons and all. I wish they made him like more scary, like he actually killed one of the dragons of their own, but he didn't. So, I don't know. It is like a G-rated movie though, so I don't know if they're gonna do that. Anyway, I just wasn't a fan of that. Everything there's that decision, but all the other decisions went smoothly. Just that one, didn't really sit with me well. But anyway, the final battle was awesome. I didn't like how the villain was like very weak. He's one of those guys who relies on like either his like tech or like machines or weapons. and his army of men. That's what he, relies on. Like, I'm not a fan of those villains because they can't fight or anything. They're just like, hey, you guys are going to do all this for me. Like, he just sucks at fighting. He's controlling the dragon stuff. Like, that was cool, but, he just sucks at fighting. Like, combat, hand-to-hand combat. Like, I don't know if I was a fan of that. Because he was such an interesting villain. And they could have, made him really cool, but they didn't by that final battle. He was just easily beaten by Hiccup. Like, you can just punch him in the face. He's done. Anyway, the ending of this film. So after the final battle, the conclusion, because yes, this is the final film in the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy. We will not be getting a fourth film, because we're starting a probably new trilogy with the live action movies. But we are not getting a fourth film, and I'm happy about that. The conclusion to this trilogy is incredible at that ending of the third film, where because Toothless wants to live with his girlfriend and live at that dragon cave place. It's this world, the hidden world. It's the title of the movie. How could I forget that? He wants to live there with his girlfriend. So then Hiccup has to say goodbye to Toothless, and that is, just get your tissues ready, because it is a very emotional and sweet moment, and I think that's a fantastic way to end this trilogy. I just wish the other parts of the film were just a lot better, and then everything would just go smoothly. This might even be my second favorite How to Train Your Dragon movie, but no, just because everything else. But the conclusion, where he's just saying goodbye to his best friend, that is Toothless, and yeah, I think that was just a beautiful, beautiful moment, and very emotional, very sweet, and just, yeah, a fantastic, beautiful moment. And then after Hiccup and Astrid get married, and then it goes ahead in time, and we see Hiccup and Astrid sailing, and they have kids. They have 2 kids, and they're just sailing together, and then Toothless comes by, Stormfly, and they ride them with their kids. And Hiccup has a beard now. Rocking it. Anyway, yeah, so I think that this was a fantastic way to end this incredible trilogy. And yeah, just a great way. This is how you end a trilogy. A lot of trilogies should listen to this. Yeah, there's a lot better ones. Look at the Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy, or the Lord of the Rings, or the Dark Knight. That stuff is 100 times better. But still, this trilogy is incredible, and this is literally how you end a trilogy. Listen to that. But yeah, just a really, really good, satisfying conclusion. In third place, the live-action How to Train Your Dragon. Now, I'm not going to talk about this movie for long, since I have a review that I literally just posted up and running on my channel. Go check it out right now. So if you want to hear my more in-depth spoiler thoughts of the movie, go check that out. Anyway, this movie I thought was great. And like I said, this and The Hidden World could go back, switch places or whatever. Some days, and then some days no. But I think I prefer this movie over The Hidden World, just because it's a live action remake. So literally what they're doing is nobody can get mad at them for doing a shot for shot remake. None of them can get mad at them for that. No one. Just because how can you get mad at them for doing just the same movie just in live action form? So that's kind of their excuse there. But that's saying that for all live action remakes, which yeah, when did it start? What was the first one? I don't even know. Was it The Jungle Book or something? No. Cinderella? I'm not totally sure, but that's basically their excuse for hey, you can't get mad at us for doing the same movie just in live action form, so you guys can enjoy it. I don't know. But still, this is one of the best live action remakes out there. It's just so fun to see one of my favorite movies of all time in live action form. Really enjoyed that. The Dragon Action is awesome. I am speaking very good today. I'm just exhausted. That's why I'm like mispronouncing things. Anyway, the CGI is out of this world incredible for the dragons. And yeah, just a lot of fun. And yeah, it's just so much fun, like reliving some of the moments I grew up with as a child, because the first How to Train Your Dragon movie was I grew up watching it. Ever since I was like 4 years old, I've just been watching the hell out of the movie and loved it. Then I stopped for a while. I was just like, eh. I even forgot about the film. I was like, oh yeah. Watched it recently. Still holds up. One of my favorite movies of all time. I don't know. I can just say that for the rest of the video. But yeah, this is just a great live action remake. I actually recommend this movie. But still, I think when it does come out streaming, I'm not gonna be watching this. I'm gonna be watching the original film, because that movie is way better than this. But still, a great movie, and this is in my top 10 favorites of the year. This year hasn't been very good, but this is like one of my favorite movies of the year. Not even close to all time. It wouldn't even make the top 100, but it's one of my favorite movies of the year for sure. Anyway, yeah, just a great movie. My runner-up, How to Train Your Dragon 2. This is what a sequel should be. A lot of movies fail at doing a great sequel. This is a great sequel. Now, this is where the dragon action is at its best, and I'm gonna say that for every single film about the dragon action, because I just love it. The dragon action in this film is at its best. We get a heist, little hand-to-hand combat scene in the beginning of the film. We get a cool romance between Hiccup and Astrid. We get Toothless and Hiccup romance in this film. It's probably it's at its best. Everything is at its best in this film. The villain, I think, is great villain. I think he's actually better than the guy in the Hidden World. Although the guy in the Hidden World should have been better, but no. This guy's just this warrior that's this deadly dude, and I thought he was pretty cool. The final battle at the end of this film is awesome. Now, they brought back Hiccup's mom in this film. I wasn't a fan of that. That's this and one other thing is holding back this film, and it's family stuff. First thing is bringing back Hiccup's mom. I didn't hate it. She's not an annoying character. She's a likable character. She's fun. She is on Hiccup's side. She never wanted to kill the dragons, all that stuff. But I think it was really getting us going in that first film, how she died and stuff. I think it was kind of weird to bring it back, and that's a lot of movie problems. We're gonna bring back the mom, or we're gonna bring back the dad. Okay, you don't need to do that, and that's what they did here. So she was fine, all that. Now the second problem I have with this movie is they killed off Stoic the Vast. Okay, I don't know why they killed him off, but they did. And it's such a bad place to kill him off, because he just found out that his wife is alive. And then they kill him off. So I don't know why would they do that, but they did it, and that's the only thing that's really keeping this movie back from being even better than an awesome film. But other than that, just a great film. I really hope that the live action How to Train Your Dragon 2 that's coming out in 2027 doesn't kill off Stoic, but who knows. But anyway, just a great, fantastic How to Train Your Dragon film. And yeah, like I said before, everything is at its best here. But in first place, How to Train Your Dragon. Like I said 100 times before, one of my favorite movies of all time. Not just animated. Overall, one of my favorite movies of all time. This is just an all-timer classic. Literally. It is just a hilarious film. It's kind of a coming-of-age movie. It's an emotional movie. It's a cheering, happiness, joyful movie. And this movie is just so much fun. When they're in the ring, awesome stuff. When they're just fighting all those dragons, like that's some of my favorite scenes of all time. The final battle at the end, awesome. The first flight scene, awesome. The beginning when the village is under attack by dragons, awesome. And he's like establishing all the characters, the rules of the island of Berk. Everything is just awesome, and it's such a quotable movie as well. Like, this movie is just a near masterpiece. It is just that good. I love this movie. And yeah, it's just incredible. I can't even talk about this movie. It's just that incredible. Say that again? I'm just kidding. Uh, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. Anyway, this movie is just, yeah, it's out of this world amazing. And we're probably not, like, this is DreamWorks' best film, by far. Shrek, get out of here. Madagascar, get out of here. The only other film that I could, like, compare this to is probably, like, The Wild Robot. That movie, but even How to Train Your Dragon is a lot better, but still, The Wild Robot is a decent movie. I mean, it's way better than decent. It was one of my favorites last year. Yeah, The Bad Guys is also decent. But How to Train Your Dragon, by far, DreamWorks' best movie. And yeah, this is just an all-timer. So there you have it. That is my ranking of all 4 How to Train Your Dragon movies. Comment down below what your ranking is, and I will see you guys in the next one.